Hey everyone, Eddie Wilson here, the owner and founder of Think Realty. I'm excited to be here with you, and I know that I'm not Avi Golhar, who is normally our podcast host. But as the owner, I get the chance to reserve the right to come in and host every once in a while and interview some great people that I want to make sure that we bring to you. Actually, what's really going on is Avi has jury duty, and that's why I'm a little red. I had to come back from the beach from a little bit of a vacation and come back and do this. But I am so excited to do it, and always privileged to be a part of this, and excited for the guests that we have today for you. I just want to say a quick thank you to our podcast sponsor, which is Norada Real Estate Investments, your premier source for cash flow investment properties. Visit our friend Marco Santarelli at turnkeyrealestateinvestments.com. Marco's a great provider of turnkey real estates and a close personal friend, and thank you so much to Norada for their investment in this podcast and making it possible for our viewers to see it. So today we have Stuart Grazier, who is a great guest of ours, and I'm so excited to bring him to you. Stuart, are you with us?
I'm here. Yeah, thanks for having
Awesome.
me, Eddie.
Yeah, very good. Well, I already see the flag and the patriotism behind you, and got to hear a little bit of your story. But I'd love for our guests just to hear kind of who you are and where you got started, because your company now is Storehouse 310 Ventures. And I want to just kind of like lead them into how it got started. Tell them a little bit about your story, because it is an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it. So I'm an active duty Navy pilot, and I've been in for 18 years now, trying to get to 20 years to a full retirement in the Navy. And I started investing in real estate. My first venture in real estate was actually right after I graduated college, when I was in flight school in Pensacola, Florida. I bought a small piece of land just on the other side of the border in Alabama, just a small piece of new development property, and just held on to it for about 9 months. And the market made a drastic shift. And I got a call from the realtor who I bought it from and said that someone wants to buy it for basically double of what I purchased it for. And that was my first intro to real estate investing, which was pretty amazing. And I just kind of got hooked from there. And so throughout pretty much my career in the Navy, I've been investing in real estate in some form or fashion. I've done a bunch of different types of niches, and just been learning along the way, and kind of trying my hand at quite a few different things. But
That's awesome.
About 2 years ago, my college roommate and I decided to create a business that, with the hopes of being, our transition plan out of the military. And we really wanted to help other military, investors get into it, with the idea of serving and giving back, and educating along the way. So we started a company called Storehouse 310 Ventures, and we built a team, and it's hubbed out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And our primary purpose is to get military and veterans into buying single family home rental properties. So it's a turnkey type business. We buy houses that need a lot of work. We rehab them, turn them over to a property management company, get renters in place, and then sell them to our network of real estate investors,
That's awesome.
primarily within our network of military and veterans.
Very good. So you have a conference coming up specifically for what you do. If you don't mind, talk to us a little bit about the conference, what the purpose of the conference is, and how people can get involved in it.
Yeah, so a friend of mine who actually flew helicopters with me out in San Diego, he's also a real estate investor, and he's been very successful. His name is Bill Allen. And and then another friend of mine, David Prey, he's a active duty Marine. We all kind of got together, and we're talking about how we can get the word out more about real estate investing while you're in the military. And it's been a dream of all three of ours for quite some time to create a conference. And so we just decided to go for it. And we were a little late to the game of getting everything planned, but hopefully we can get it all worked out. So we got it scheduled. and it's the first ever military veteran focused real estate conference. It's 2 days. It's going to be the 29th and 30th of May in St. Louis, Missouri. And the goal of it is really just to get the word out, to educate, to network, and teach military and veterans about investing in real estate.
That's awesome.
We have over 20 plus speakers. They're all either active duty, reserves, or veterans, and we're going to talk about the different niches of real estate. From private lending to single family homes to mobile homes to apartments to syndications, and all of the above, and mindset, habits, personal finances. And so it's going to be a really cool conference.
That's awesome. And it's in St. Louis, Missouri?
It is. It's in St. Louis,
Okay.
Missouri. And it's not necessarily just for military veterans. Anyone can go. But the speakers are past, military or current military. And that's, really what the focus is all about. And
that's awesome.
On top of that, any of the proceeds that come out of it are all going to go to veteran supported charities.
That's awesome.
So every speaker has pretty much given us their favorite charity, and then all the money that is brought in from the event is going to go straight back to those charities.
Is there a website or Facebook or social that they can connect with to see more information about the event you have coming up?
Of course. Yeah, it's veteranslive.com.
Okay.
Veteranslive.com.
Wonderful. So if you're a Think Realty viewer, make sure you go check that out, support it. Obviously, it sounds like a really interesting conference, and it sounds like it would be something that if you're in that regional area that you definitely should take advantage of. And if you have a lull and you're a real estate investor, maybe you choose to go there from anywhere around the country. And if you're a veteran, I mean, man, what a great opportunity to go connect with other like-minded men and women that are doing that. So that's awesome. I commend you on that, and thank you so much for, number one, your service to our country, but number two, for being willing to reach back and help those that maybe are interested. I know I went, last year, maybe 2 years ago. It's been almost 2 years ago now. Went and spoke at Fort Bragg to, I think it was people in their, third to fifth year of service in the military, about potential opportunities in real estate investment and other things that I typically travel and speak on, because the military is really concerned about transitioning life back into civilian life and what opportunities are out there. And so it seems like even the military is very active in just trying to provide opportunities back to servicemen and women. And so I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of advantages of being in the military, and just the VA loan itself. That opportunity to use that to your advantage. A zero down house purchase is incredible, and there's lots of strategies and lots of ways to use that while you're in the military, and everyone should be taking advantage of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great point. So one more quick thing. You said that obviously there's a purpose behind the name you chose, and that's important to me. I know to some of our viewers it will be as well. But tell us about how you came up with the name, and then really why you chose that name, and then what that means to your company.
Yeah. So my business partner, David, we're both Christian men. We walk with the Lord, and when we started to build our business out and come up with the business plan, one of the most important things to us was giving and service. And we found a Bible verse, Malachi 3:10, which talks about bringing a tithe to the storehouse. And the Lord says, "Test me in this and see if I want to open up the floodgates of heaven." And so that was really important to us. And then we kind of built our business around that. And so we named our business Storehouse 310 Ventures. And our business plan is that we give the first 10% of our profits off of every single house that we sell to a nonprofit organization. And we chose a company called Warriors Heart Foundation. And it is a PTSD, alcohol, drug addiction healing center that is down in Bandera, Texas. They have about a 500-acre ranch, and they take veterans, first responders, anyone that has any type of chemical addiction to alcohol, drugs, and also in line with PTSD, and bring them in, get them sober, and get them back on their feet. And then also on the back end, offer to help them get back into the workforce and find jobs.
That's awesome.
So it's a really amazing program. We've been down there, and all the owners of the company are also veterans and first responders, and it's really great. So we give the first 10% of our profits back to that company.
That's huge. I'm a capitalist through and through, but I call myself a cause capitalist. I believe that every dollar that I make, I think it's important to make profit, but I also want that profit to go back and make an impact in this world for the greater good. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate your heart in that, and love the organization. I have lots of family members that are in the military, and obviously it sounds like a very, very worthy cause. So, just to kind of draw a point to what you're saying and make sure that our listeners and viewers are going to engage with you, they obviously don't have to be a veteran to engage with you. Obviously there's multiple facets to what you do. You have to find deals, you have to fund deals, you have to sell deals. There are lots of things that you do, but really, I want them to see how they can partner with you, or see how they can connect with you or make a connection with you. But then also, like you said, there's a lot of advantages to military personnel that could be investing in real estate. And so if they're not in the military, but they have a friend or a family that are in the military, how do they make them connect with you? And so if you don't mind, just give us ways that they can connect with you, how they can connect their friends and family with you, because I want to make sure that the viewer and the listener are going to take action on what you're talking about. It's a great story, but I want them to actually, take a step with you.
Yeah, of course. So our website is Storehouse310turnkey.com.
Okay.
Storehouse310turnkey.com. And, you can click on the contact us, and that will go directly to my email. I'm very active on LinkedIn. We also have, all of our social media channels for our business. We have Facebook, and we have Instagram. So any of those, they can reach out to. And then, the conference that we're going to in May, would love to see as many people there as possible. I'm helping coordinate it, and I'll be one of the speakers on the stage talking about our turnkey company. And so I'd love to give you a handshake and a smile, and really get more in depth of meeting you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stuart, for joining us today. I appreciate your time. I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate your active military service for our country. If you are not connected to Stuart, make sure you go connect with him on social media, like you said, on LinkedIn. And thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate everything that you're doing.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I really appreciate you having me. This is a great opportunity.
Very good. Awesome. Well, thank you so much to Stuart and all that he's doing there. Make sure you go out and you connect with him. And if you have a chance, I wouldn't miss that conference in St. Louis. I'd make sure that I was a part of it. And if you are regional, make sure you just go ahead and put that on your calendar and go be a part of it. If nothing else, go support it and see what they're doing. And then if you have a chance to get there from around the country, obviously it'd be a great opportunity for you as well. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Our last sponsor here for the day, or for this podcast, is Clint Coons of Anderson Business Advisors. Clint and Anderson are nationally recognized for providing bulletproof asset protection, tax and business strategy advice to real estate investors. Go to GetBulletproof today, getbulletprooftoday.com, and receive Clint's book, Asset Protection for Real Estate Investors, for free while there's still supplies there. But again, thank you so much to Anderson Business Advisors for supporting the podcast and making this possible today. Again, thank you so much to every one of you that have watched today. If you're not a part of our social media environment, make sure you go to Instagram and go to @WeThinkRealty.com, or Facebook and search Think Realty, LinkedIn, anywhere that you are, we're there. and want to continue to provide you great content and resources as a real estate investor. If you haven't picked up our magazine, go to Barnes & Noble and pick one right up off the shelf. Order one online, or you can also go to thinkrealty.com and get the latest digital version of our magazine as well. Make sure you connect with us. Let us know what you think. Let us know the information you want and that you're interested in, and we'll continue to provide that for you at a very high level. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. My name again is Eddie Wilson, the founder of Think Realty. I'm excited to be your host today. Have a great day.